This is a matter of deen. This ilm is a matter of deen. You be careful who you take your deen from.
وحذر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم أيضا من أهل البدع. The Prophet also not just warned against innovation, but also the people of innovation. قال الله تلا قول الله, and he recited the statement of Allah, هو الذي أنزل عليك الكتاب منه آيات محكمات هن أم الكتاب وأخر متشابهات. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who sent down to you, to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the book. منه آيات محكمات. From it are ayat, are verses that are محكمات, that are clear. هن أم الكتاب. And you also find the الكتاب. The Surah Al-Fatiha is called الكتاب. وأخر متشابهات. And the other verses are the mutashabihat, the verses which are not so clear, that need the muhkam to understand. Many of the Ahl Bidah, they use ayat mutashabihat, those verses that are not clear. They delve into the unclear verses, or they cut the verse and they don't finish the end of the verse, or they don't mention the beginning of the verse. So they delve into these ayat al-mutashabihat. فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ زَيْغٌ. So as for those who have a deviation in their heart, فَيَتَّبِعُونَ مَا تَشَابَهَ مِنْهِ ابْتِغَاءَ الْفِتْنَةِ. So they follow that which is the mutashabih. They follow the doubtful, the ayat that on the outset they look doubtful, but in reality they are taken back to the muhkam, the verses which clarify them. But what they do is they try to pick and choose, cut and paste from these verses, and they build a dome around it. This is their aqidah, based upon doubtful verses which are not so clear, which need clarity. Why do they do it? Ibtigha al-fitnah. They seek to cause fitna, problems, trials and tribulations. This is why they do it. وابتغاء تأويله, and seeking to understand it in that which they do. ابتغاء تأويله, according to their own understanding and according to their own whims and desires. Many people, nas'Allah salam, Ahl Bid'ah, you find, what do? They first make the principles and then they look to find where is there a verse that coincides with what I'm saying. So for example, you may find somebody who speaks against Sahaba. Oh, I found somebody who said this from the Salaf time. A'udhu billah. Is that true? Is he from the Salaf al-Salih, or just something that you just... This is not right. And not everyone from the Salaf is going to be correct in all matters. Someone may make a mistake. We don't follow them in that mistake. So look, subhanallah, ibtigha'a fitna wa ibtigha'a ta'wili. Wa ma ya'lamu ta'wilahu illa Allah. So there are those verses, none knows the understanding except Allah. Like for example, alif lam mim, huruf muqatta'a. Does anybody know those verses? What they mean? No. Allahu a'lam. So they try to delve into them. It means this, it means that. Or they try to count the numbers and, the so-called number 19 miracle. Remember that one? Those kind of things. The calculations. And Allah never put you. La yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah never put you to start counting like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered you to worship Him. And even that one was flawed. So do we say the Quran is flawed? Because of that calculation is flawed? لما تلا هذه الآية, when he recited this verse, قال, he said, فإذا رأيت الذين يتبعون ما تشابه منه فأولئك الذين سمى الله فاحذروهم. So if you see those people who follow those allegorical, the mutashabih, those are not so clear, alif lam mim for example and others, if you see those people trying to follow these mutashabihat, these verses which are mutashabih, not so clear, then he says فأولئك الذين سمى الله فاحذروهم. They are the ones Allah has mentioned, so be warned of them. This is a warning of the innovators. Don't follow the innovators. Like the other day, subhanAllah, for the first time I never prayed janazah loudly behind. It's amazing. Allahu a'lam what the proof is. If somebody can enlighten us, but we never read a proof, or we never saw the ulama do this. In one masjid, they prayed janazah loudly, 4 takbirs, and they alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, salat ala rasul. Allahu a'lam. If they have proof for this, bring it. Walakin, we've never seen anyone do that from the ulama. And that's why we have to be careful. Wallah, be careful of innovation or anything creeping. Unless we have proof, then do it. And this is why Shaykh Muhammad Banna used to be so simple, subhanallah. People would come to him, big issue, simple. قال Allah, قال Rasulullah, قال Sahaba. bring me this, alhamdulillah, we accept it. Wallahu bayyana anna man fi qulubihim zayg yataqassadun al-fitan. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clarified those people who have this deviation in their heart, this disease in their heart. And He mentioned that they actually yataqassadun al-fitan. They seek fitan. They seek to split up. Just like we mentioned yesterday, the person said, my heart is inclined to splitting. Nah. Especially when money is involved. You see, when money is involved, the person sways, because the word money in Arabic, mal, means to sway. Mala yamilu maylan. So when money is involved, the person sways and deviates. As Shaykh Muhammad bin Hadi mentioned once, that mal comes from, the money means to sway. فأما الذين في قلوبهم زيغ فيتبعون ما تشابه من ابتغاء الفتنة. As for Ahl Sunnah, لا. Ahl Sunnah, everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we accept. The ayat, the ahadith, everything. And wallahi, this is a great principle. Ahl Bid'ah, they don't accept every single ayah. Ahl Bid'ah, they don't accept every single verse without interpreting it according to their whims and desires. They don't accept every single. Look at Hassan Saqaf, he rejected the hadith of Ayn Allah. Where is Allah? Hadith in Sahih Muslim. What did he say? This hadith is not authentic. How? Sahih Muslim. Who preceded you in this from the ulama of hadith? Nobody. Allah. And why is it not authentic? They have to look for something else. Oh, there's one other narration far away somewhere. We found another wording where the Rasul ﷺ didn't just ask where is Allah to the slave girl, but he said, do you bear witness? So therefore, this one affirms belief. Do you bear witness? Shahada, because that's the da'wah. And this one doesn't actually affirm belief, because all he's asking is where is Allah. So therefore this is contradicting this hadith. So the hadith is contradictory, so we can't accept this word and we have to accept this word. And look at how crafty they are in rejecting the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ. What the Shaykh Al-Bani said, first of all, who preceded you in this? You can't just sprout out with your own opinion all of a sudden. 1400 years later, you have your own opinion and you say this is the deen. La, ya Shaykh, it's not like that. This is a silsila, follow on chain, from the time of Sahaba until today. Shaykh Al-Bani, what did he say? Rahimahullah, rahmatan wasi'ah. He said, no. First of all, if you compare the wording, there is no contradiction. It is possible Rasulullah ﷺ asked both questions, because Ahl Sunnah, before they reject, they have to do jam'a. The first thing. So they are atashhadeen, ayn Allah, ish mushkila. What is the problem that Rasulullah asked both questions? Secondly, if you look at that wording there compared to this wording, look at the narrators of this hadith in Sahih Muslim. All of them thiqat, kibar imma, scholars. And you look at this one, it's not the same level. So if you're going to reject one, you reject that one, not this one. Barakallahu feek. That's from ilm al-hadith. But one who follows his desires, it blinds him. Nasallahu salama. So the Prophet ﷺ, we accept his statements, we accept the Quran of course, without explaining away according to our whims and desires. فَلَا تَجِدُ مُبْتَدِعًا إِلَّا وَهُوَ يَتَتَبَّعَ الْمُتَشَابِهَاتِ. You will not find an innovator except that he follows the mutashabihat. Like that one in Acton, what did he say? There's no proof to say music is haram. La ilaha illallah. No proof. If we just take the actions of Sahaba, do we find them listening to music? La. Idhan anta dal. You're not following the example of Sahaba, because Allah ordered you to follow the examples. Example. وَمَنْ يُشَاقِقَ الرَّسُولَ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ وَيَتَّبِعْ غَيْرَ سَبِيلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. You did not follow that. So what was the end result? نُوَلِّهِ مَا تَوَلَّى. We'll leave him in the path he has chosen. وَنُصْلِهِ جَهَنَّمَ وَسَاءَتْ مَصِيرًا. It's simple. Just this verse is yakfi, qadiya, because you didn't follow the way of Sahaba. Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu, he said to Nafi', he put his hand, when he heard music, put his hand in his fingers in his ears, and he said, Ya Nafi' atasma'u shay'? Do you hear anything? He didn't want to listen to music, because music doesn't go with Quran, doesn't go with the dhikr of Allah, doesn't purify the heart. It occupies you away from the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal. Ya Nafi' atasma'u shay'? And he kept on repeating until he said, no, I don't hear anything anymore. So what did this Jahil say from Acton? What did he say? He said, yeah, but Nafi' didn't do that. Nafi', the tabi'i, he didn't do that, his student. Who's teacher and who's the student? Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu is teaching Nafi' what to do in this situation. So you are telling us we should not follow the teacher, we should follow the student, the one who is being taught. Nasallahu salama. And the many verses, all of it prohibiting, clear proofs prohibiting music. أفمن هذا الحديث تعجبون وتضحكون ولا تبكون وأنتم سامدون فاسجدوا لله واعبدوه. Surah An-Najm, last part. أفمن هذا الحديث. See, when the Quran was being revealed and when the Quran was being recited, the kuffar of Quraysh, they used to hate listening to Quran. So in that sense, what did they used to do to occupy themselves from listening to Quran? They used to play music and laugh. Look at the verse where it says أفمن هذا الحديث تعجبون وتضحكون ولا تبكون. They don't cry, they're laughing, rejoicing, playing the music. وأنتم سامدون. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu said Samidun means they're playing the musical instruments, playing the music. And the hadith in Bukhari that my ummah will make haram, make halal that which is haram, and from it is ma'azif, which means musical instruments. What more do you want? And even Ibn Hazm rahimahullah, when he said that this is not authentic, he was mistaken in that. It's in Bukhari, and the ummah of Immat al-Hadith have accepted it. Bukhari, look, subhanallah, Bukhari and Muslim, the two most authentic books after the Quran. The ummah have accepted these two books. The fact that the ummah have accepted these two books as being the most authentic books after the Quran, then there's no argument. There's ijma' from the ai about this. But people don't want to follow that which is clear. They follow the mutashabihat. So all these verses you don't want to accept. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about shaitan, وَاسْتَفْزِزْ مَنِ اسْتَطَعْتَ بِصَوْتِكَ, and try to lure all of them astray with your voice, with your seductive voice. And some of them say no, it's haram except for classical music. Nasallallahu salam. All of it is music, isn't it? And the only time that was allowed for the duff for the children, the girls, was during Eid. So Shaykh Rabi' Hafidhullah says clearly, look how beautiful this is statement. He says, you will not find an innovator except he follows the mutashabih, the doubtful matters. And even if you were to take it on face value, if you take it face value, keep away from the doubtful matters is from our deen, isn't it? Subhanallah. But they will delve into doubtful matters. What did the Rasul say? Hadith Nu'man ibn Bashir in Sahih Muslim, Al-halalu bayyin wal-haramu bayyin wa baynahuma umurun mushtabihat la ya'lamuhunna kathirun min an-nas. The halal is clear, the haram is clear, and between them are the doubtful matters. Many people don't know them. Shaykh Muhammad bin Hadi, in explaining this hadith, he said, this shows you that there are some who know them, and they are the ulama, and they are the Ta'ifat al-Mansura. That's faida. They are the Ta'ifat al-Mansura. So many people don't know the doubtful matters, means some do know it. Who are they? The ulama, the Ahl al-Sunnah, the Salafiyun. They know this stuff, they know these affairs, and they keep away from them. لا يعلمهن كثير من الناس. But listen to the next part. فمن اتقى الشبهات فقد استبرأ لدينه وعرضه. Whoever keeps away from the doubtful matters, he is free from blame in terms of his deen and in terms of his honor. Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah says, in terms of his deen, he's free from blame from Allah. In terms of his honor, he's free from blame in terms of the people won't blame him. Like if somebody comes out a pub and he says, I was only drinking orange juice, he's blameworthy. Why? Because he's doubtful. You come outside a pub and you say orange juice, kaif. So people will blame him. Not everybody will know he was drinking orange juice, so they think he was drinking alcohol because he put shubahat around himself. So he's not free from blame.